Hello everyone, we are back with another K1 race today. I'm gonna go to the K1. Now we're kinda in a rush, so this part's gonna be short. So we are going to K1 and I just got done eating my 5-star meal. Freaking Outback, yo. And I just drank a bowl of water, yeah. That's like the first time I've ever seen a glass bottle of water. That's actually kinda crazy. That's like fancy, bro. But we are going to K1 right now. So I just got done with practice, but for some reason they wouldn't let me record in my GoPro. I was going to, but when I was about to sit in the car, they were like, "Oh no, you can't film in regular practice sessions." So I'm like, all right. So I just turned it off, and then, but I could of course film on the races, like teen, like on the regular races. Yeah, I could film on those, but I have figured out the line. The line is like starting to come together in my mind. It's starting to make more and more sense, and I have a few breaking points for some of the corners. So yeah, it's starting to turn out good. Now here is where you start to see my line that is way better. It starts with a very late turning, which and then I hit with a late apex, which gives me more speed and everything. Sorry for the bad angle. I don't know what's happening here. I think I was just looking down, but I don't think the helmet was put on correctly. So I gave the dude a little bump, you know, like a little love bump. I don't know why I put my hand up. I have no other reason to be mad. But he ends up going super wide, and that's me too. Now this girl right here, this girl low-key, like, she got me pretty mad, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was expecting for her to let me pass, you know, because it's qualifying, not racing. And then I'm over here, I'm about to try to overtake her, and she just starts defending like if it's racing. Like, we are not racing, we are qualifying, and she just started going crazy, and I couldn't pass her. And she was like messing up with my last time, so I tried to pass her in this lap, but she just wouldn't let me. You could see her like defending crazy, and then she goes wide here. Over here, she literally rams me into the wall, and I somehow still managed to overtake, but not for long, because then she throws her dive bomb. Now I literally have no idea what in the world this girl was doing. And I was like, I kept saying in my mind, bro, this is quality, what the hell are you doing? And I was just getting mad and mad. And then at some point, I would get so mad with that point, I started bumping her. Right here was a very good switchback, and then I just got the most speed in the straight. I'm gonna be honest, this corner is probably like the most important part, because after I started mastering that, having a good breaking point and all that, my lap times just went all the way down. I lost so much time, and including this hairpin right here, I turned in very, very early and like hit. So basically, what's ideal for that corner, the hairpin, is you're supposed to hit a late apex or middle apex. I would hit early apex. Early apex is bad because you accelerate too early, which makes you lose speed on exit. Now I'm going to show you guys on my consistency and how crazy it is, because I realized it. Now look at this picture. This is what you just saw right now. Last lap, what you're seeing right now is last lap. There's almost zero no differences other than the car position. Throttle, wheel position, and brake are so similar, I can't even tell the difference. That's how good it is. Now the rest of these laps that I did in quali were just pretty much me trying to push the limit in the kart. And I'm gonna be honest, when I tried to push the limit to the kart, I pushed myself to the limit. It's like Ayrton Senna said, when the car is pushed to the limit, so is the driver. And it's low-key kind of true, because my neck started to sore, my forearm started to sore, and my core, low-key not even on my core. I train that pretty good, but other than that, literally I started to become sore, and it was pretty crazy. I actually liked it. It felt pretty good. So I placed first, but I don't know if it's gonna be like last time where I placed like first or third and ended up in the back of the line. So Let's hope. I mean, when I was like in the line, some dude approached me saying that I wasn't allowed to record. He said, and I told him, oh yeah, I'm allowed to record. And he asked the supervisor, and he was wrong. So yeah, I proved someone wrong today. But let's hope I at least hold my position, or just get third. That's the main goal right now. Just get third. Let's hope they don't give me a bad car as well. Now I'm gonna be honest, being pole for the first time in a bigger, more competitive racing is very nerve-wracking. I didn't think I was gonna be pole. I thought I was gonna be like 4th, 3rd, max, but I ended up pole. Now you could see me warming up my tires so I can get a good start or a decent start. I don't know what happened. I think so. I don't know, they just slowed down the cart. Now at the start, I want you to take a very good listen on the cart behind me, because he got a huge start. You can hear him on the throttle. Now I'm gonna repeat that clip again, just in case you didn't hear that little click at the start. As you can see, he got a huge head start, and he went for the dive bomb, and even worse, the cart had bad handling. I tried to catch up to the dude, but in reality, I just started overdriving, and I started messing up pretty badly too. And it was just chaos from there. People bumped me, and I tried to defend a little too aggressively. He was already very, very far, and he basically cheated. And then here is where the bad part is. In this moment, I was very disappointed in myself, and I had to log in, which is exactly what I did. In 4th place, I was seeing 2 people, 3rd, 1 in 2nd, and me seeing them start to fight, I knew I had a chance, because fighting makes you slower. In these laps, I had to adapt to the cart and its bad handling. And after a while, I figured out it didn't have bad handling. It just had really very, very good acceleration. So I just kept on using that to my advantage, and I started to catch up to 3rd. Now I started advancing like crazy to the point I surprised myself. And I advanced to the cart very, very fast, and I just started to try and do my best laps as possible to catch up to 2nd or 3rd. In this corner, I got a very, very good start on the throttle, which started to give me a very, very good run on the dude in front. And as I start to get closer, and closer, I start to get more excited. As I went further into the race, I started to push my body and the cart with me, dragging it like if it was like some sort of rock. Now, as I started to catch up to this dude, they started to fight, and that just gave me even more hope. As you can see, they're trying to fight. He's trying to pass the dude in 3rd. They go, that was very clean. I'm surprised. I was surprised when I in the cockpit right there. They started fighting more and more, which got me to catch up. Now right here is where I got a very, very good exit, better than him, which gives me a very, very good chance. And they were fighting wheel to wheel, and I just kept the hope just coming and coming. And here I was starting to be a little patient, knowing that if I try to pass them now, I would just end up causing a crash. So I started getting better exits and just overall a faster lap. Here is where I got a huge advantage. Here I faked dive bomb, which I'm pretty sure he saw because he turned in very early, which gave him a wide exit next turn, and he clearly saw me. I don't know what he was doing there, but I got the position 3rd with a bumping included, and it was kind of my fault and it was kind of his fault as well, because if you're gonna be doing that, you better look behind you. Now in these last couple laps, I just started flowing. I'm not even joking, I actually did enter flow state. The car felt like it was just doing what I wanted it to. I couldn't make a mistake. I was just on rails. I was going crazy, hitting every single apex. hitting every single breaking point, hitting everything that I could. It was just crazy. Like, I couldn't explain it because it's insane. Because I've experienced it on sim, never in real life in karting. It's the first time it's ever happened, and it's just insanity. Now, going into the finish, you could see me celebrating right here. I was not so confident that I got third. I was a little nervous that I got like fourth or something. And this is the dude that I freaking bumped earlier. So far a good race. The car it had horrible handling. Other than that, I have nothing to complain about. Low-key, it was kind of my fault. The dude at the start had a huge jump start in second. I started in first, but there was a lot of commotion in the ocean going on in the first lap. They pit maneuvered me, if you guys didn't see. That was absolutely, I got pretty mad. Thankfully that they let me pass through.